Luxury cars don't arrive quietly in people's lives. They arrive with noise, attention, and promise. A promise that says your struggle meant something. A promise that says you're finally ahead. A promise that says you belong to a different level now. For most people, the attraction isn't transportation, it's transformation. The belief that owning something expensive will turn them into someone more valuable. You don't imagine the maintenance, you imagine the moment. You imagine pulling up somewhere and feeling respected without saying a word. That feeling is powerful, and power, when misunderstood, can quietly control you. From childhood, success is shown to us in a very specific way, not as peace, not as stability, but as visibility. Success looks loud, it looks shiny, it looks expensive. And without ever questioning it, many people accept that definition as truth. They don't ask who created it, they don't ask who profits from it, they just chase it. At first, it feels harmless. You admire, you dream, you tell yourself it's motivation. But motivation slowly turns into pressure. Pressure to earn more, pressure to upgrade, pressure to prove something. And that's where things start shifting. Because luxury cars aren't built to improve your financial life, they're built to trigger emotion. They make you feel powerful for a moment, but they demand discipline for years. The moment you commit to one, your life changes in subtle ways. Your income becomes less flexible, your decisions become heavier, your future starts revolving around fixed numbers. At first, everything feels under control. You calculate the payments, you convince yourself it's manageable, and technically it is, until life reminds you that nothing stays predictable. Income fluctuates, unexpected expenses appear, responsibilities increase, but the car doesn't adjust. It doesn't care about bad months, it doesn't care about stress, it doesn't care about priorities shifting. It only cares that the payment arrives, and slowly something changes inside you. You stop taking risks, you stop experimenting, you stop thinking long-term, not because you lost ambition, but because obligation replaced freedom. This is the part no one talks about. Luxury cars don't just affect your bank account, they affect your behavior. They make people cautious when they should be bold. They make people anxious when they should be focused. They make people busy when they should be building. And still, most people won't admit it, because admitting it feels like failure. So instead, they normalize it. They say everyone has payments. They say that's how life works. They say it's the price of success. But real success doesn't quietly drain your peace. Real success expands your options. Luxury cars often do the opposite. They lock your income into one direction. They limit flexibility. They raise the cost of every future decision. And then there's depreciation, the silent reality most people avoid. The moment you drive that car off the lot, it starts losing value. Not slowly, not gently, aggressively. While you're paying interest, the asset itself is shrinking. You are committing future income to something that has no future value. That's not growth, that's consumption dressed up as achievement. At first, excitement hides this truth, but excitement fades. Bills don't. After a few months, the car becomes normal, the attention disappears, the compliments stop, but the responsibility stays. That's when confusion sets in. You achieved what you wanted, so why do you feel heavier instead of lighter? Because happiness built on validation is fragile. Once validation fades, only pressure remains, and pressure without purpose feels suffocating. This is where many people enter silence. They don't talk about stress, they don't talk about regret, they just work more, sleep less, think constantly, trying to justify a decision that can't be undone. And society encourages this silence because questioning luxury threatens an entire system built on desire. If people stopped chasing appearances, many industries would collapse. So the message continues. Upgrade, flex, show progress. Never ask if the progress is real. Never ask what it costs long term. Never ask who you're trying to impress. But eventually, everyone faces the same quiet moment, usually late at night, when distractions fade, when the noise stops. That's when the question appears. Is this actually making my life better? Not richer, not flashier. Better. And for many people, the honest answer is uncomfortable. Most people don't realize how much mental space a single decision can occupy. At first, the car is just something you drive, but slowly it becomes something you think about. You think about where you park it. You think about who sees it. You think about how long you'll keep it. You think about what comes next. That constant thinking is not free. It consumes energy that could have gone into building something real. You stop asking bigger questions about life. You stop imagining alternative paths. You become focused on maintaining what already exists. And maintenance is exhausting, because maintenance has no finish line. You don't wake up one day and say, it's done. You wake up every day and repeat the same responsibility, month after month, year after year. And over time, something subtle but important happens. You stop measuring progress by growth. You start measuring it by survival. As long as the payments are made, you feel okay. As long as nothing breaks, you feel relieved. As long as income stays steady, you feel safe. But that's not progress. That's balance on a thin line. Real progress gives you room to fall without breaking. Luxury commitments remove that room. They tighten the margin. And when margin disappears, anxiety increases. You become more reactive, more cautious, less creative, because creativity requires safety. It requires the freedom to try, fail, and adjust. Debt-heavy lifestyles don't allow that. They punish mistakes immediately. That's why so many people feel stuck even while earning more. Their income increases, but their freedom doesn't. They upgrade their car, but downgrade their flexibility. And flexibility is what allows people to pivot when opportunities appear. Opportunities rarely come with guarantees. They come with uncertainty. But uncertainty feels impossible when your life depends on predictable cash flow. So people pass on chances. They stay where they are. They tell themselves it's responsible. But deep down, they feel restless. They feel like something is missing. That feeling doesn't come from lack of ambition. It comes from suppressed potential. Potential that never got space to breathe. Luxury cars don't kill dreams directly. They crowd them out. They take up financial space, mental space, emotional space, until there's no room left for exploration.